Welcome back to another episode with DNA. So this week, Dave's been shopping.
Yeah, been shopping. We're still sitting twiddling our thumbs, waiting for this car. It's still on the water. Been going back and forth on what we're going to do with the batteries, fridges. We needed a couple of new chairs, so...
You went shopping?
I went shopping today. Nick stayed home.
You had a little more of a cull, so...
Yeah, so we'll run through this and then a bit of an update, and then we'll show you what Nick's done inside, so...
Yeah.
Right, so we've gone for ITECH World. One, to just show that it can be done on the cheaper side. So this whole kit that I've got here, I think cost me $2,799, so $2,800. So we've got a 2000 watt inverter, a 500 amp shunt, a shunt for the inverter, or not a shunt, sorry, a 250 amp fuse, DC to DC. Now I'm not running 12 volt at 12. I'll get it out again, and we won't cut it because everyone cuts it. Solar. I'm not going to put solar on the car, because in our patrol we actually run with 200 amp hours of battery and no solar, and we never had a problem, but I can always add it later. So I'm just starting off small, and then as we need it we'll move on. So 2000 watt inverter, 40 amp, and then I've got this, it's a little mini power box. I'm not sure, I should have opened it first, but you can see what it is. So that plugs straight into the battery, and then it's already got the Anderson plugs in it. I can plug out of there to run the compressor or the water pump that I use. It's already got USB in it, cigarette lighters, and a little charger. So that'll be on the side. Obviously the shunt's going to show us what we got. It actually comes with a wiring kit with the wires and stuff. And we're going for this slimline 200 amp lithium battery. I think they're about 20, I'll hold it here, it's not, yeah, it's probably about 25 kilos. But the reason I went with that, I don't need, I can just screw that straight to the headboard on the CANOPY. So fingers crossed. And the other thing with this too, it is all Anderson plugs, so fairly easy. Power in, clip everything on. The only thing you've got to wire is obviously I've got to get some heavy duty cables to go from that to the inverter, and then we can all run with the normal wires to the chargers and stuff like that. Also, while we're out, I went to have a check up on the CANOPY to see how that was going. There was a couple of little questions I wanted to ask. I was looking at, we're getting central locking, but they're putting the units in, but I've got to get it wired. So all we're getting done is central locking of the two main doors. The four little toolboxes underneath will be just key locked. But I wanted to make sure it was one key for those 6 locks, so I'm not getting a heap of keys running around. But while I was there, I picked up a couple of new camp chairs. They seem alright. They're smaller than the King's, was it King Goanna one we had, Oz tent. And these are a bit more comfortable, more like a chair. They're not, the other one's still bellowed out, but with this one here it's nice and flat, so I think it'll be alright. I'll get my footstool out, might be able to get rid of those big ones.
They even got a little beer holder.
Oh yeah, but that's not enough, is it? Only holds one. I don't even know if it'll get the stubby in it. Might be something here for your umbrella. For a bit of shade.
GoPro holder?
Maybe. So that's what we've been up to today. I'm going to take over from Nick behind the camera, and then she's going to show us what she's done inside, so that all the girls have been asking what she packs and why she packs it. Yeah, frightening. Alright.
Starting off in the most important room in the caravan.
The toilet.
No, of course not. The mirror area, the makeup area, the hair area.
And the mirror.
Just saying, I don't know about you ladies, but I can do my own eyebrow tint, eyelash tint, and my own hair foils. And I found a little hack. because we've got this full length mirror, I'm actually able to utilize this and do the back of my hair. So when you're doing your little curls with your GHD straightener, yes, you can do the back of your hair. Anyway, moving on. I'm just doing a little preview of, I did a massive cull twice now. I did another one while Dave was out today checking out the whole battery scenario thing. So I've had another cull. So I reckon I've probably got rid of about 10 kilos now of unnecessary stuff. Yeah, so for me, this is what works for me. And we've had a few people ask, you know, what I've used to utilise all my bits and pieces. So I'm just going to do a little quick rundown of what I've done. Right, so pyjama one, don't need to say that. I've utilised these bags that we got, these towels, Sky Gazer towels for all my makeup. So that was, you know, using things twice. I've allowed Dave to have 2 shelves in here, mainly because the computer won't fit in any other cupboard, and all the GoPro and drone gear. This one is just my linen and hairdressing stuff, toilet paper, pretty plant, obviously washing machine, and I just got these really good tubs from Kmart, me and Kmart, just to house our bathroom stuff. And also this little thing, which is you can adjust that, which I've also used for my coffee cups as well. So that was really handy. A few people have questioned, and I see this a lot, what they use this silly little cupboard for. And because, you know, I do like a couple of shoes. I seem to wear the same shoes, but I do like to have a few shoes and handbags. So I've decided to use it as shoe storage.
God. That's where she's been hiding them.
I know, you don't need to comment. The other place I've stored stuff, I've done a bit of a change, is under here. Just pull that out of the way. So just sort of Dave's eye stuff, as he wears contacts, eyebrow tint, and my straightener, and just my scissors and stuff for when you need a haircut, hit me up. And my clippers. Yeah, so as I was saying, I utilise this for our extra cups, so they adjust to whatever size. Still got way too many clothes in the wardrobe. I actually counted today as 27 hangers. Yeah,
there's probably 2 things on each hanger, is there?
There's not. And I've done a cull, so if Dave just opens the ones to his left in the kitchen, I've actually emptied them now. And so I did actually have...
So there was clothes in all of this chockers.
Oh, but hang on.
Oh, hang on.
What have you done? I've culled there. So I've taken them from there and put them into there. I did have my hairdressing sign in here. So I've moved the summer gear over to this side and just 2 jumpers. Dave's pretty much the same.
Jeez, that's how you travel. Look at that. That's my entire wardrobe.
So just coming under the bed, as I said before, we've got a suitcase in case we need to go anywhere for an emergency. A little small hand luggage one, which has some work gear in it. My hairdressing gear, a filing cabinet, and the big box at the back is Dave's butcher gear. And the cage
that's
area.
Just over the heater, stop it getting hit.
Yep. So coming onto this side, as you saw, I had hardly anything on the other side. I've culled my Tupperware down massively, and this is just fly nets, recipe book. Yeah, okay, for me.
Yeah, and I don't use one, so.
Just some onions and the dog stuff, so just some fly spray and herd jackets and that sort of stuff. So on this side, and I also culled this. So I had a big container with all our bits and pieces with medicines and things, so I've got rid of that and just put it all into a small basket, and our spices. And I had this was out of an old fridge, I think, just to hold our salt and pepper. And
what's in there?
Oh, that's just Kmart.
And this one's just the battery management.
Yeah, and that's it really. So just we don't have a lot in there, a lot of junk food. Our bin that Dave installed, rice cooker, induction, potatoes, coffee, and pressure cooker. Also, I grabbed from Kmart this little box because I was struggling with all the mess on the bench. With Dave likes to have things handy for the GoPro when he's editing, and just having your torch handy and all your keys, sunnies, that sort of stuff. My kids bought me this beautiful diffuser from Dusk for Mother's Day, so lucky me. Nice to keep the van nice and smelling lovely. And also the other little hack was this cutting board, also from Kmart, which just gives you that little bit more extra bench space when you're doing lunches or prep work.
So it actually does fit too.
Yeah. So yeah. Not that I do any prep work.
No, but you do the dishes.
I do.
And she makes brilliant toasted sandwich.
Brilliant. Just shut these. I think I've done well. So I've pretty much culled, since we've done the travelling, and I've reshuffled a couple of times. Oh, and I've also taken some heavy stuff out of the pantry, and I've popped it down the bottom there, and obviously there's nowhere to put the Coke. And snake bite kit's those handy, first aid kit, and I've gone with a smaller handbag too. Well, half of it's in the car still, but
You still got it all, just in the different places.
yeah. Smaller handbag and just some warranty stuff, paperwork there. So yeah, I feel like I've done a really good cull, and I think we all need to do that. It was really good doing that little small trip, so which meant I could come back and go, what haven't I used in the last 3 weeks I'm not going to use? So I've literally just thrown it out, and I think it was really a really good thing to do, and it's now saved us 10 kilos. So with Dave going to get all the battery stuff, and obviously us changing the car, we can sort of shuffle some heavier stuff like the water and the Coke into probably the Ram now, which yeah, would be really great. So I just thought I'd show you guys where I shovel my stuff and what works for me. All right, thanks guys. Catch you later.
On another note, there is a big trundle drawer out on the side of the van. That will be empty because it's full of tools. That'll be going into the Ram too.
Oh,
so
yes.
Nick will have...
Yeah, because I've actually got the heater in here, which we normally have like all our tin stuff. So keeping that minimum for now, and I've got this here. So yeah, like Dave just said, it will be handy to
the mop, the broom.
Yeah, I don't even have a mop at the moment. I'm doing it by hand or using our mates or my mum's when we're there. So yeah, mop, broom, that sort of stuff will be really good because we haven't really got anywhere to put it.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
On another note, we've been getting a few questions about the OGO. We have... I don't know how people get 3 weeks out of it. We're getting about a week to a week and a half. Still toying with the stuff. Yes, it's not as long as we thought it was. Would I go back to a chemical toilet? Hell no. It's still so much better having this. There's no smell. We empty the urine bucket every couple of days. 3 days, usually the light comes on. I'm also using... Nick books back. So when I do the peat moss, I keep in all our coffee grinds.
Yeah.
And I usually make up enough peat moss to do 2 lots, and put 2/3 of it in there and leave 1/3 in here. But by the time we get to it, I've got a couple of these, and I just keep emptying into that. So we're recycling the coffee grinds as well. So
seems to be working well.
Helps with a bit of that. Just stretches that brick out to three lots instead of 2.
Yeah.
So that's another one. But it is, look, we would not go back. Not a hope in hell.
100%. It's like, it was a little getting used to not flushing your loo after you do a pee, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it's been a little bit of getting used to, but I definitely would not go back. And I think the smell is, there is a kind of a dirt smell towards the end of it needing emptying, but it's nothing like a chemical toilet at all. It's brilliant. We love it.
And it's easy to empty. To just pull that bucket out, put a plastic bag over it. You can tip it down, upside down under the awning.
Yeah.
People don't know what you're doing. It doesn't smell. Tie a knot in it and take it to the bin.
Yeah.
Easy as.
Yeah.
You don't have to be running around looking for joints to empty it.
And the other little hot tip is use the cleaning vinegar in the urine container. So you can get that from Woolies or Coles or Bunnings, whichever's convenient. And I thought that,
just a cleaning vinegar one. And we don't put probably 40 mils, 50 mils each time, and it just stops that urine smell.
And there is literally no smell.
No smell at all when you empty it.
So that's a really good hot tip. I'm glad I actually got that from, I'm not sure who, but good on you for letting me know that. That's been brilliant. So I think that's it now.
Yeah, we'll leave this one here. That's a quick update. The ram, it left Melbourne supposedly Tuesday last week. When I had a look at the boat that they told me on, it actually didn't leave till yesterday. So they're saying it should arrive here in Fremantle on Friday morning.
Yeah.
So therefore we're not getting it this week. Depending on how quick it comes off the boat, possibly the end of next week. We'll just sort of leave. There's not a lot we can do until we get that ram. We're stuck here in limbo at the moment. So next week's video might be a little bit later, but we'll see what we can do to get it in. We just really want to pick up that ram and go and pick it up, and then start heading around and trying it out and getting a few things.
Getting a feel for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll leave it there. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
It's free.
And thanks so much for everybody that's jumped on board. We've had a heap of new people.
What do we have this week? 100 new subscribers.
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like, we really appreciate it. It really helps us out.
The more people that subscribe to the channel, the more people that like or comment on the channel, it helps us with our video, I suppose. It gets mentioned further along, so it gets promoted more, so therefore more people get to see it. So that's how the algorithm works, apparently. Who knows? Who knows?
But yeah, thanks so much.
We're
really
doing it either way or not, so
that's it.
Yeah, so don't forget, like and subscribe.
Yep.
And we'll catch you next week. Okay. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.